Hey everybody, welcome to Bestie Book Reviews. I'm here with my bestie Mandy.
And I'm here with my bestie Jessica.
So today's video is all about those arranged marriages. So yay. Just grateful that doesn't happen here at our house. Anyhow, let's talk about some arranged marriages. But before we do that.
You didn't arrange your own marriage?
No, my dad didn't arrange my marriage for me. If he did, this would look no. My dad did not. Think about that. And I know we've had this discussion before.
Well, your dad likes to meddle in people's marriages.
He does.
Not marriages, but relationships.
He does, but
no, I meant like you didn't tell Jeff, hey, it's time to pop the question.
No.
Oh.
No. I did say my grandpa's not going to be around forever and he needs to perform our wedding ceremony, so you better poop or get off the pot.
And 20 years later, Grandpa Jerry's still
No,
here.
Grandpa Kid.
Oh.
Great grandpa. And he actually did pass away before the wedding. He was supposed to officiate and he passed away before the wedding. So we got married on his 90th birthday. But we had only been dating for 5 months at that point. And I was like, poop or get off the pot, dude, cause and he did. Went to Aruba, bought the ring. It's great. But if it was up to my dad, I'd be married to, I know exactly who it would be.
Yes. Okay, we need to move on. You've taken us in a weird direction.
Well, I tried to start the next part. What do you need to tell them?
Well, I would like to tell the lovely people, thank you for being here. We would really appreciate your likes and comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us. And when we get to 3K, we're giving away the coveted cover books. So stick around. So when we get to 3K, you can figure out. We'll announce more when we get to 3K on how you might be the lucky winner.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And you by the people watching, not as in you, Jessica.
No, I have a whole warehouse full of those books. Now, I shouldn't say that. I don't have that many, but I do have access to them over and over and over again. And then they're right there. So, okay. So, let's get started with some arranged marriages. Do we really need to tell the difference between arranged marriage and marriage of convenience? I think we've done that before. I think most people know the difference. Do you think that's necessary?
Well, arranged marriage is like more of it's being forced upon at least one of the people because somebody is making them do it. Marriage of convenience is when they both agree, but perhaps reluctantly, depending on the situation.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now that we've covered that, let's go. Okay. So the first book that I have is called Hidden Truths, and this is a duet. This is by Kay Webster and Nikki Ash. This is about Talia and Costas. So Talia is away at college, and she's about to head to the States with her boyfriend. So she's like dating somebody. They live somewhere in Europe, and I can't remember where they were exactly, but they were in Europe, and she was like,
We need the exact details, please.
I don't remember anymore. It's been like. It was last November I read this. So they're getting ready to go on this trip. Like they're very excited when she gets summoned by her father to come to Greece. And when she gets there, her father lets her know that he has sold her hand in marriage and that she will be marrying Costas. And she doesn't get a say in it. And what about the boyfriend? And there's just a whole lot of ands. So like I said, this is a duet. I love Kay Webster's writing. I loved this one. This is a great one to get into. There is audio for this as well.
Okay.
Could you imagine, like, getting ready to go hang out with my boyfriend? Oh, no, you're not. You're getting married to somebody else.
Okay.
That would suck. Okay.
Also, just an update on our audio issues. I am trying out a mic today, and Jessica is trying not to yell.
Not yelling. This is what I talk like. Y'all can hear me over all the noise at an event. So, no, not really. Not that loud. I'm not that loud. Just it picks me up.
I think like my mom was a very loud talker.
Yeah, she was.
And you're
joyful. Yes, I get excited. I overcompensate for your quietness.
And so I think my whole life I've just been quiet.
Uh-huh.
So,
No, I remember when I was younger, my cousin and we were the two oldest, and we were the ones that Grandma would be like, "Oh my gosh, you two, quiet." We were always the louder kids. So, especially my older cousin, he was very loud. Always the chief in the state patrol. Don't even. I know what you were trying to do.
What? I was just gonna say he was trying to like be heard over you.
Oh no, he was way louder than me. I just knocked my Pepsi over onto the dog. I don't think he's happy with me. It's sealed. It was a sealed dog. Anyhow,
Okay.
your first
Anyway. So hopefully this is helping. If not, we're gonna have to put like a muffler on Jessica's microphone.
All
Okay.
right.
Are you gearing up for something over there?
Yeah, to take a drink of water.
Because your throat hurts from yelling?
I have a headache, and I'm pretty sure it's because I need to hydrate a little bit. So
Vodka's not the answer for hydration.
But it is for parenting. Okay, that's a joke, guys. I don't even like to taste alcohol. Anyhow.
Okay, yeah, we're not really drinkers. Either one
Oh
of
no.
us.
Well,
All this fun is just natural.
I'm loud now. Imagine how loud I am drunk. So, okay.
Anyway, my next, or I guess it's my first arranged marriage, is Fake Empire by C.W. Farnsworth. And this is a slightly different take on arranged marriage. Usually you find arranged marriage in mafia style books. And this is like filthy rich people. Like they're so rich. So this is about creating alliances. So we have Scarlett, who comes from an extremely wealthy family, like owns lots of things, like in the elite of the Americans. And Crew is in a similar family. And they are set to be married to create this extremely powerful alliance. Both of them know this is the plan. I wouldn't say they're okay with it, but they've accepted that these are the steps necessary to creating this powerful alliance. And Scarlett is like this ice queen, and she's really set herself like she's an ice queen. She doesn't really express her emotions and things like that, but we see it kind of chip away a little bit. And Crew is a big time playboy. He's out having the time of his life. And it kind of bothers Scarlett a little bit that she feels like this marriage, even though it is an arranged marriage, she's a little bit bothered that he is not really going to be into the marriage. So therefore, she is not really into the marriage. But yet, both of them maybe kind of like each other a little bit. And it gets complicated because when you are this rich, the only thing you really have to lose is your money. Okay. Oh, I knocked the microphone over. You can switch me over. Sorry.
Cool.
Anyways, but Crew actually really wants to try and make the marriage work. I forgot to add that part. So, a little bit different take.
Mm-hmm. My next one has a little bit different take too, so that's Sweet. Convenient. Yeah, so this is Unwanted Bride by Nadia Lee. So this is about Grace and Huxley. This is the 7th book in her Lasker Brothers series, but you can read it as a standalone because I did and it worked just fine. But this is about Grace and Huxley. So Grace is on the side of a road in a rainstorm, worst day of her life. She is trying to get to the hospital. Nobody's picking her up. She's sobbing. And that is where Huxley comes into the picture. He doesn't normally pick up sobbing wet messes on the side of the road, but he does. He picks her up. And she gets into his fancy leather car, soaking wet, and ruins his seats. And she says, hey, I'm like, I'll, if you ever need a favor, here's my info. I'll give you that favor. Well, then we fast forward a handful of years later. They haven't seen each other since. And Huxley's parents, they're forcing him into an arranged marriage, and he doesn't want to do that, right? He doesn't want to marry this girl that he's never seen, that he knows nothing about. And so he actually, I can't remember if he runs into her again or if he just calls her, because he does have her information. But basically he's like, hey, you know that favor from a handful of years ago? I'm going to cash that in, and I want you to be my fake fiance. Which she agrees to, until he finds out she's the one that he is being forced to marry. So there you go.
Nice.
Yeah. That one you're getting both. You get the fake marriage kind of situation and an arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. My next one is Mafia.
Mhm.
Arranged marriage with a twist.
All right. Tell us about it.
Okay, so this is Scorch by Jane Henry, and we have Lydia and Victor. Lydia has been arranged, marriaged, promised. Is that how we would call it?
I love it when you say arranged marriage. She is being forced into an arranged marriage.
Okay.
She's being set up for an arranged marriage. I don't know.
See, it's not as easy as you thought it would be.
There is an arranged marriage set up between Lydia and so-and-so.
Yes, but anyway, but this guy is not nice to her. He's abusive and he's a jerk. And we have Victor. Victor has been obsessed with Lydia since they were kids, like obsessed. And anything, like he has a shrine of random stuff that Lydia has touched over the years. Like this is how obsessed he is with her. And he has been following this situation for a while. And he has discovered that her arranged marriage fiance is being abusive, and he will not stand for that. And so he throws caution to the wind, mafia family rivalry, like this is going to cause a big issue. And he goes and kidnaps Lydia and takes her to protect her from him. And basically he's going to burn the whole world down to protect her from this other guy. And he's going to take her, even though this is going to put them both at risk for, you know, this mafia war that is going to ensue. He does not care. He has taken Lydia, and that, oops. Sorry.
I didn't want you to bump your microphone, so I got you.
Thank you. He is taking Lydia.
Okay.
He does not care.
Most of the time they don't.
No.
No, those boys.
And
yeah.
also, like that cover. Love it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't see it yet until I edit the video. Anyhow, so my next book.
Show you my notes.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll see it here. I'll see it when I edit the video. So the next one I have is Toxic Love by Jagger Cole. This one has this whole other extra element to the arranged marriage situation. This is about Tempest and Dante. So Tempest finds out she's got an aunt who's 18. They're roughly around she's older than her, but you know, the aunt came after her, obviously. Anyhow, that's not typical. That's not normal. I mean, it just happened. I've got an aunt that's younger than me too. But anyhow, so Tempest finds out that her 18-year-old aunt is going to be forced to marry Dante. The families have this arranged marriage situation happening. And so she is outraged by this. She thinks it's horrible. And so she actually tricks Dante into accepting her as his new bride instead of the 18-year-old. And so they get married. And she does it because she wants to get revenge on Dante and his family for something, but she also does it because she's dying. She has about 6 months left to live. So she sees this as a sacrifice of love. She's going to sacrifice the last 6 months of her life so that her aunt doesn't have to get married to Dante. We've been looking at you for a hot minute. Anyhow, it was good. It was a different take because you have that way. If she's dying, what's going to happen? So.
All right. Next, I have Corrupt Loyalties by Emily Bowie. Sorry. I love this cover.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's somewhat simplistic, but I just really love it. Anyway, so this is about Jen and Soren. And Jen's family, her brother has been good friends, like best friends with Soren for a really long time. But she has been kind of sheltered from what Soren's family really does do. She's been a little sheltered about her own family. And her dad has passed away. Her mom is really just kind of spiraled and is basically like not really functioning anymore. And her brother is not going down a great path. So her situation at home is spiraling very, very quickly. And Soren keeps meddling and trying to like help the situation. But in the background, he is working some things and making sure an arranged marriage is going to happen. Soren and Jen, though, have a lot of banter going between the two of them, and there is a situation with some bear spray that does not work out in Soren's favor. But he still really, really likes Jen and wants to protect her from everything that's going on, but also wants to marry her. So he forces the arranged marriage in the background to her, and she is not very happy about that. And then things get really, really tricky because, like I said, her brother is not going down a very good path. And I will leave it at that.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. All right. Well, let me grab my notes now. Okay, so the next book I have, see if I can do this while holding this, is, oh, was it damaged? Oh, no, it's not damaged. Woof. Okay. Woof. Virtuous Lies by Hallie Jenner. So this one is another mafia one, but this one is about Bianca and Vincent. So Bianca and her sister are both set to, they're both in arranged marriage situations. They both know that the days are coming really soon where they're going to be getting married to these guys. And the person that her sister is supposed to marry is an extremely cruel, cruel man. And so Bianca arranges it to where she makes it look like she had an affair with him and that she lost her virginity to him, which, if you know mafia, that's like a whole huge no-no. And then she ends up killing him. And because of this, her family, because he's a horrible guy, her family is very ticked off. And so what they do is, instead of arranging for her to marry somebody else who's high up in the mafia, they actually give her to the brother of the guy that she murdered, who is Vincent, and he actually has a lower ranking in the mafia. But I loved this one because it's that whole like sister, you know, what she would do for her sister, and she's not happy about it, but that's what we got. So it's good. It was really good.
All right.
Okay.
Next, I have a Jagger Cole.
Mhm.
We don't really talk about what books we're using unless we're doing a video where we like think the other one might use a book. We'll ask, but other than that, we just come to the table ready to record with our books, and
We
there we
do.
go.
Always a surprise.
Yes,
So,
so
yeah.
that is
Okay.
why you might see some of the same.
Yep.
So Jagger Cole.
Okay. All
Deviant
right.
Hearts is mine.
Okay.
And this was actually my first Jagger Cole book, and I loved it so much. So we have Nev and Aries, and Nev is forced to marry Aries to align the Greek and the Irish mafia. So this is going to create this alliance and hopefully, you know, prevent mafia wars and all of that, because once you get married, that like fixes everything in the mafia world, according to the people planning these arranged marriages. But we all know that that's not going to be that simple. And so Nev is really, really not into this. Like, she is not your typical mafia princess who is like, yes, this is my duty. I'm happy to go marry whoever. She kind of does it kicking and screaming. She's really angry about it, to put it mildly. And she's a very strong heroine. And so if she doesn't end up killing Aries, somebody else might. Joking. So, anyways, they like this takes that enemies to lovers like way to like a whole nother extreme. But there's also a lot of danger that's kind of like lurking around all these different corners. And Aries wants to protect Nev, but Nev doesn't want Aries to protect her, but she's gonna have to go along with some of it. And it's just one of those deliciously complicated arranged marriage situations. And I don't want to talk too much about it because then it gives stuff away. Because I mean, Jagger Cole packs in the mafia action very quickly. You don't really get a warm up.
Yeah.
Or at least you didn't in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so the last book I have is one that I had. It's an ARC this past week. This actually just came out on the 20th, so it is out now, and audio came out on the same day, and the audio is amazing. I can't remember everybody that did it, but I know Joe Arden is in it, but with an Irish accent, guys. Joe Arden with an Irish accent. That's all I have to say. So this is Brutal Collateral by Deborah Garland. This is, oh, it was so good. So this is a Irish and Greek mafia. So Ava, the day after she turns 18, she is a part of the Greek mafia. Her brother basically pulls up outside of a Navy recruitment office, not even a Greek one, a US Navy recruitment office, and is like, you're going into the Navy, you're changing your name, you have a new identity, and this is the only way that I can protect you from our other brother, because there's some fighting going on within their family about who's going to be in charge. And so she joins the Navy and immediately finds out about the Navy SEALs, and that is what she wants. She wants to be the first woman Navy SEAL. So she is quite the badass. She ends up going into the Navy. And, I think it's like 7 or 8 years later, her brother, the one that they were trying to hide her from, finds her. The one who sent her away actually has passed. And the one finds her and is like, okay, now it's time. Like, I've ended your contract with the government. She doesn't become a SEAL. She does something else really cool. But now you're going to marry the head of the Irish mafia. Well, she had a one night stand with this hot guy that she met back in the day when she was at SEAL training, and it was like the best night of her life, but she left him tied up to a bed 7 years ago, and that actually turns out to be Griffin, who is the new head of the Irish mafia and the person that she is supposed to be marrying. Loved this one, obviously, but I just finished it. I laughed several times throughout here. He's got a clown phobia, so she plays that up to her advantage because she doesn't want to marry him. But there's angst. It's so good. It's very good.
Okay.
Irish accent.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Does it for me. Okay. What you got?
Gosh.
What's your last one?
Okay, my last one is Salvatore by Natasha Knight, or Salvatore, but I'm pretty sure Natasha Knight called him Salvatore when we talked to her when we did our author interview, which you guys can go check out if you haven't seen that yet. We heard from a lot of you that Natasha Knight was your gateway author to dark romance. So
mine too.
Yes, a lot of people commented that. So this is about, obviously, Salvatore and Lucia. Lucia is, I think she's about 16 when her dad messes up pretty big time, and a contract is signed promising her to the Bendetti brothers, which will specifically be Salvatore, in an arranged marriage situation to kind of save her father. So she is reluctantly dutiful. Is that the right word I'm looking for?
Yeah.
In doing this, like, she knows it has to be done, but she is not happy about it, and she is determined that when Salvatore comes to claim her, which happens about 5 years later, that she is not going to go make it easy for him. She is going to fight him tooth and nail. But as with any good dark romance mafia book, there are a lot of other people playing in this whole situation with lots of different agendas happening. And Salvatore might just want to keep her safe because he might have some feelings for her. Dun, dun, dun.
Of course.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's all the arranged marriage we have. I know we've done a few of these. I think this is our third arranged marriage
we get
video.
asked for these a lot.
We do. So I will make sure, I don't know if there's a playlist right now, but I will make sure to create a playlist with all of them in one place for you guys, so that when this is over, you can go back and watch other ones if you want to.
That is very thoughtful of you.
Thank you. Try. Yeah. All right. Wrap this up.
All right. Well, make sure you check back on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and usually Wednesdays for new videos from us. And again, we love having you here. And if you like being here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe.
Yep. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.